Hello guys, welcome back to the second mortgage fraud video that we are doing. If you haven't seen the first mortgage fraud video, then check that out. Also check out the live stream I did in the links below, because those are going to help you more understand what's going on here as part of a bigger picture. Anyway guys, before we get started, please do me the privilege and honor of hitting that like button. Please do it, because this is going to help the video get out to more and more people. It's your way of contributing to this channel, to helping other people, just simply by hitting that like button. And leave a comment. What do you think of all this? Do you think this is going on in your country as well? Probably, most likely, let's face it. But let me know in the comments. And without further ado guys, let's do this! Alright guys, welcome back. So the first post I'm going to put up, I should have put it up on the start of the other video. But anyway, it's this because apparently this Personal Finance Canada subreddit has had so many things about fraud that they've now written a whole post on it. So here it goes. If you have to ask if something constitutes as fraud, then the answer is yes, it's fraud. There seems to have been a lot of posts lately asking various things constitute mortgage fraud, tax fraud, etc. This was 15 days ago, might I add. 15 days ago. The date today is May 24th. Lying on a mortgage application, even if it is feasible and you could easily say you intended to do X, is fraud. Going to somebody else's auto insurance as a secondary driver when you are actually the primary driver because your rates are too high, fraud. Lying about medical expenses to get reimbursed, fraud. Any harebrained scheme trying to shift money or property from X to Y for some kind of monetary gain, likely fraud. Sure, in a lot of these cases you are unlikely to get caught, but if you do, there will be consequences, and those consequences usually come when the market collapses. So without further ado guys, let's go on to the first story here. Friend is telling me to buy a house in his town with 5% down by telling the bank I'm moving there, but I'm not moving. Feels like fraud. Here we go again. As the title says, housing in my friend's town is going up as everywhere, and he's advising I buy a house there and just rent it out. I told him I don't have 20% liquid, and in order to buy and rent, that's what I would need to put down. He told me that all I have to do is tell the bank I intend to move into the house and I'm just in the process of moving to the town. This is a reoccurring thing, isn't it? It's really bad, as we saw in the other video. This all feels fraudulent to me, and I feel like I could easily get into a bad spot. Can anyone weigh in the legalities of this scheme? Edit, his logic is that the banks don't care and that once you get the property you can do what you like. Basically said, you can tell them that you plan to move but your employment changed so now you can't, and that should be fine. Again, smells like fraud. Edit 2. This is not me fishing for approval of a plan I hatched. This has come up through conversation with a friend in an East Coast town. I appreciate all the feedback. I don't plan on acting on the suggestion of buying a house and lying. I'm sure that's how a lot of people are doing it, but ethically and legally the whole thing doesn't sit right with me, and I don't think real estate in the particular area we are discussing is going up indefinitely, as nowhere will, in brackets. Yeah, this guy's got something between the ears. I like this guy. Baron von Berenstein. The names are so funny on here. I just wanted to make the post so that I could generate some good feedback and conversation to inform myself and others of the inherent risks in this kind of scheme. I appreciate all the feedback and advice. So here we go. Here's some of the comments which we had, which were top voted comments. The bank can call the loan in if they discover you are renting it out. If you don't have 20% to put down and this happens, you'll be forced to sell. In this market, you might have to sell at a loss even before factoring in closing costs. There you go. So that's not good. And a lot of people may be in that situation right now or very shortly. First of all, yes, it's mortgage fraud. Second of all, housing isn't going up everywhere. In fact, in most Canadian towns, it's actually declining fast. It's still up a lot compared to a year ago, but I think you should stop listening to your friend and start looking for some more educated advice, like on this YouTube channel. Yeah, that's where they need to be. This post was probably a good start. And his reply to this is going to blow you away. So listen for this. Yes, this is exactly it. I knew it sounded off and was 90% sure it is fraud, but I wanted some kind of validation that I'm right and this is a terrible idea. Well done, op. This guy listens to a lot of podcasts from finance bros, and I think he's bought the idea that everything only ever goes up because everything that's happened to him so far has worked out. Recency bias. This guy's really getting it right, I gotta say. Gotta hand it to this guy. Personally, I think with rates rising, inflation rising, and global uncertainty, that my best course of action is to sit tight for a while and just worry about keeping my job through all this. What a legend, this guy. You know, he has accurately described what 10% of the population is probably doing, whilst the rest of them just follow the herd mentality that is around right now. And if you want to dive into any of these Reddit topics, I'm going to leave the links in the description for you. Okay, so next one is about home equity lines of credit again. So here we go. HELOC, max 80% or 65% of home value. I keep seeing people referencing max 80% of home value for their HELOC. I thought it is only 65% in Canada, but 80% in the US. Have I completely misunderstood the rules, or have the rules changed? Or perhaps it depends on the institution and each have different maximums where the law actually allows max of 80%. Please set me straight. Also, what's a decent rate for HELOC? So this guy is literally, guys, going in, he wants a HELOC. That's why he's written this. It's obvious from his post. I don't even know who this guy is. Prop Quest, apparently. And this was only 4 days ago, guys, and it is May 24th right now. HELOC max of 65% of home value, but mortgage plus HELOC can be 80% of home value. Unless it is a rental property with a mortgage and HELOC, then 65%. OSFI rules cap a HELOC at 65% LTV. Credit unions are not subject to this rule, and some will offer you a full HELOC to 80%. So he just correctly described how broken the financial system is. So you can go to a credit union, get 80%. You know, if it's not a rental property, which everybody is lying that it isn't a rental property, then again, you can get 80%. Isn't that kind of funny, guys, that people lie and then they over leverage themselves? Like these rules, people can just circumvent them, and then it just collapses the entire financial system and at some point. And it's really the greed of the banking system, the greed of the average Joe and Jane, the mom and pop landlords who think they're onto a get rich quick scheme, that this really does the main damage to. And it's going to do damage to all of us, in fact, but the real thing and takeaway is just, this is absolutely insane. Go check out these Reddits in the description. Also, go check out the prior video if you haven't seen that one. And I've also done many prior videos last year about this very topic, because on this channel, we have been going on about this for over a year now. And as you guys know, it has been completely proven right what we thought about this entire financial system. So here is the last nugget that I wanted to give you, which is about car fraud. Is this just unethical or fraud, new car purchase? So I've been trying to purchase a truck with a trade-in we can afford to purchase outright and have no desire to finance. They've tried to get us to finance every step of the way, including offering us a $1,000 discount to finance with a high interest rate, long-term loan that can be paid off after 6 months so they can receive their kickback from the bank. When I declined and said I just wanted to purchase, they said no, they wouldn't sell to me cash unless I bought an extended warranty or maintenance package. I walked away at that point until a couple of hours later when they said they would honor our original cash deal. Thought that was the end of it until the finance guy called me and took one more attempt at financing. His plan sounded more sketchy, so I asked him to email the details so I could review. Here's the details. Thank you for taking my call earlier. As discussed, I would like to offer you our program that will get you free 3M coverage at no cost to you. All you need to do is sign up for the finance contract with us. We will hold the loan for only 8 months and make 7 monthly payments. You will give us a lump sum payment 1 month after you pick up the vehicle. This way we will reduce the cost of borrowing. The overall cost of borrowing for 8 months will be $341, which I will write a $400 check back to you to offset it. You will end up paying the same amount, if not better, as you would pay cash. I have attached my formula in this email. It might sound complicated, but it's actually very easy on your end. I will take care of most of the work. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will connect with you tomorrow around noon. Seems a little shady to me, so what's my question? Is this shady or fraud? So this is exactly kind of shows how they are getting a kickback from the banks, and they are just trying to write loans for whatever they can. They just want to write loans because it's a money-making machine for the banks. And this is what people don't get, guys. This is what people need to understand. It's the same when it comes to real estate, mortgage brokers, and everything like that. If you haven't watched the movie The Big Short, you need to go watch that movie because you're going to really enjoy it, because that is literally what's happening right now here in Canada, guys. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do your part and hit that like button. It really helps just get the video out to more people, wake more people up, and that's really all we can do on this channel, band together as a community and help wake other people up, whether we can or can't, but hopefully they come to the realization on their own. Please check out the description for the links to the Reddit posts and the other videos about this topic, and I will see you guys in the next video. As usual, guys, peace and love. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.